Hello everyone, back again with me Natallia Guntoro Putri with student number 18, 12, 14, 111. And today we're going to talk about working while studying, successful career or field education. So in this content, this is our table of contents. We're going to talk about the writer's purpose, summary of the text, critical comment, value from reading, and new vocabulary. Let's come up to the first point, the writer's purpose. So here, the writers want to make sure that students think thoroughly before taking actions, and students know the advantages and disadvantages. Next, the summary of the text. The text is talking about the advantages and disadvantages when students take a job while they are studying. We're going to talk about the advantages. There are 4 advantages that the text is talking. The first one is about working experience. When the students studying while working, students can experience how to handle various customers and how to handle the customers with different kinds of background and character. Students can also behave professionally. And the next is extra money. Of course, when students are working, they will get their own salary, and the salary can be used for them to pay their what they need. For example, like when they want to buy food or they want to buy their stationery, they can buy it with their own money. And the next one is exploration of career path. Yeah, when the students work, they got a chance to explore different career paths at their early age. They can also develop the skills they are interested in. And the next one is self-discipline. Students can learn how to manage the time well. This is very important for all of us, not only for the students who are working while studying, but also for unemployed students and also everyone in the world. Time management is very important in our life. The next one is the disadvantages. There are 2 points that the text is talking about. The first one is distraction. The distraction is students have to face much of assignment while working. How many subjects did you take this semester? For example, you take 8 or 10 subjects, and of course, every subject has their own assignment, and you have to finish it all. That's why, like what I said before, you have to manage your time well. And the second point is little time. When you are working, you spend your time to work, so you don't have as much the time as unemployed students. So when you are working, you need to also think about the time when you are studying. You need to manage it very well. When is the time to study and the time to take a rest and the time to work? Because when you always think about working, you will fail on your study. You will get lower score. But if you are thinking about your study all the time, you will get fired. You will get fired. So you need to also think about your health. Just take a rest when you feel you are not in a good condition. The next is the critical thinking. I do agree with all of those points that the text is talking about. And it is important to think about its consequences It is important because when we want to do something, we have to think further. What are the consequences? What will we face? We need to think about that. Don't don't always think about what will happen now, but also think about the future condition. And the next one is focus on your study. Now we are as a college student, so it is better for us to focus on our study because when when we can graduate with a good score, we can have a better future. And then you need to manage your time wisely. Yeah, like what I have said before, it is very important for us to manage our time. Do something important first, and then you can give yourself you can give yourself a reward, for example like playing games or watching a film, something like that. Next, we're going to talk about the value from reading. There are there are 6 points that we're going to talk. The first one is look out for its consequences. This is the point that I want to this is the point that is very important for me because I used to think about what will happen right now. But now I want to tell you and remind you to think about further about what will going in the future. How to think about the future, think about its consequences that we're going to face, think about pay attention with the detail. What will going what are you going to take? Think about the detail. And this will lead you to the consequences that will happen in the future. And then focus on your future. Of course everyone want to be success in the future. So when it is the time for you to study, focus on your study. When it is the time for you to work, focus on your work. And you can be success on your future. And then be responsible and finish what you have started. So now we are studying in a college, so you need to be responsible. Just finish your study and then you can work with your heartfully, with your joy. You can work with your interest, with your passion on it. Because when you are studying while working and you are working too much, it is also not good for yourself. When you are researchers say that when you are working more than 20 hours a week, it can decrease your score. And the last point is find the best solution. Next, the new vocabulary that I got is opt, memilih, juggle, menyulap, spurs, memacu, incur, mendatangkan, paging, bergerak, exert, menggunakan, adequate, memadai, prolonging, memperpanjang, exhaustion, kelelahan, intensity, kekuatan. And that's all the presentation that I want to share to you. Thank you for listening. Goodbye.